Hello, Ryan with Mana Bluff here, doing very first M14 draft, and we're doing a pre-release here, and you might notice, boom, Schlocknock, Mike from Mana Bluff is also in the queue. So we're going to have a little two-part draft going on here. Right away, we're opening a fine rare, though it's not exactly insane. Young Pyromancer is a really great 2-drop. I think Claustrophobia, just being sweet removal, is going to be the best card in the pack. There's a lot of blue here, which kind of worries me about passing Claustrophobia, but not a huge deal. I still think it's just such a strong enough card, and I like being blue. Green kind of being the number one card I want to be, but there's really no good green card. Marauding Maulhorn, though, really sweet in red as well. But I'm just going to take up the super strong removal spell, hope to get maybe this Messenger Drake back, because Opportunity, I'm sure, will be gone. I'll be fine with the Time Ebb as well. So let's rock the Claustros and see what else we get. Ooh, Mark of the Vampire, Pacifism, Child of Night. So no good blue card here. I'm going to pick up Pacifism. Someone took the rare. Because Pacifism I can splash into. I don't mind going blue-white, even though I think white is the weakest color. I could try to get into one of my kind of force strategies with Mark of the Vampire, and try to go blue-black, which is kind of what I like to do, but Pacifism is just that good. That being said, it is Swiss, because this is a pre-release draft, so you have to do Swiss. Maybe I do just kind of go for some super fun forcing here. But now I'm just going to take a Pacifism. It's really that sweet. And I could easily see myself splashing in for it. So, yeah. Windstorm, Artificer, none of these really matter. Blightcaster I think is okay, but not particularly exciting. Elvish Mystic, good in green also. Would happy to grab, but yeah, we'll start off with some really sweet removal spells, and then see where we go from there. And here I'm going to reward with another Claustrophobia. Happy to grab. There's a Shock still in the pack, a Sentinel Sliver. I don't mind if I go white, though I'm kind of hoping not to. Turning Griffin, kind of the same thing. Ground Shaker Sliver is pretty good in the Sliver deck. Forget what Quicken does, because it's a rare. The next sorcery card you cast is Stream against that Flash. Meh. Don't even have any sorceries yet. Now I'm just happy to go strong blue removal, and then go from there. I'm just noticing, again, I'm just paying attention to what's kind of being opened here and what's being passed. Really surprised that Shock is still here, but we'll stick to the Claustrophobia enchantment plan. We're definitely not doing Howl of the Night pack. Brindlebore is a perfectly fine 3-drop in green. We're not seeing anything remarkable in blue or white, of course, although white I'm not really expecting to ever see anything remarkable. Lightning Talent is a pretty decent removal spell, or not pretty decent enchantment, but I don't want to get into a third color with Lightning Talons. If I'm moving into a third color, I want it to be a creature because I need creatures, and I actually want to do green blue. I think that'll be a very strong color combination. So I'm happy to go there just to pick up the best creature in the pack. Striking Sliver is certainly fine in the Sliver deck, but Sliver deck is green-red. I'm very far away from that because I'm definitely going blue at this point. Yeah, so I'm cool with that. Basically, my strategy is go blue, and then see where the packs take me into another color. Minotaur Abomination is actually a pretty decent 6-drop considering the creature levels in these packs. I could take our Chaomancer, though I don't have any targets for it yet. I could just grab another Brindlebore, though that's not super exciting. I think Canyon Minotaur is a little bit better, and we saw quite a bit of red kind of open. Oh, this is kind of tough here. Again, nothing really strong. I just have to start deciding what cards I'm seeing that work. I think we're going to start moving in on green. I think I would normally take the Candy Minotaur. Like if Candy Minotaur was here last pack, I would pick it up over the Brindlebore for sure. Does it already have one green card? I'm gonna start going green. Gosh, another late Claustrophobia. So we're blue with removal. Maybe people aren't really appreciating the value of this removal spell in blue. The Ragathan Firecat I really like, and might have preferred going this way had I picked up some red earlier on, but we're fine without it, and we're just going to slam 3 Claustrophobias and then see where we go from there. Here's a tough pick. I really love Griffin Sentinel. Now I'm a little bit worried. I haven't seen any of the blue flyers to suggest that blue's open. So maybe someone to my right is going blue, but instead of going claustrophobia, they're picking up just all the flyers early. Whereas I got to pick up the claustrophobias. So now I decide if I want to go white, Grim Sentinel will certainly be a good card for that. And I think it's definitely better than the Brindlebores that I have. It says I have pacifism. Yeah, I'm happy to grab it here. And it looks like I'm going blue-white. I'm not exactly excited for it, but perfectly fine. Wow. So 4 claustrophobias, huh? How many claustrophobias are too many claustrophobias? Not entirely sure. But I'm going to take them all. Especially over some pretty wonky white cards that I don't care about, and Rough Spy I don't care about. So we're going the mono claustrophobia deck. Happy to grab opportunity here. The other flyer didn't come around, and it looks like we're doing enchantments for our spells and not instants or sorcery, so our Chaomancer isn't going to matter a whole lot. A very interesting draft. Here now I'm going to start moving in on... do I take Lay of the Land? That helps me splash pacifism. No, I think I'm just going to end up going blue-white. Yeah. And I just need creatures at this point in those colors. Ooh, Grit Sentinel Sliver, really great white card. Really surprised it tabled. Makes me think white's open, so yeah, we'll go that route. Could still abandon white and play in green, though. At this point, that's not happening, so adios. 4 claustrophobias and a pacifism from the first pack. Okay, so I need creatures. That's official. Really want to see a lot of those sweet blue flyers. I wonder how Mike's draft is going. Okay, Siege Mastodon I'll grab. I do need creatures. And it works. It certainly works. I just need flyers. I just need my flyers. Gotta get my flyers on! Okay, so do I want to cut a Lava Axe or a Minotaur Abomination? I'm going to cut Minotaur Abomination. That could come up my ground. Yeah, plenty of removal for it. But I know Lava Axe exists in the format. It probably will be played. I'm not too worried about getting too hard got for it. Despite hating white, I have a solid 2-drop, a playable 2-drop, not excited for, a nice 3-drop, and then my creatures there. So we're definitely looking to solidify into this. What I'm hoping is that I go more into blue than anything else. Really surprised that I have this many claustrophobias, and I'm wondering if, just because this is a pre-release queue and people are still learning the format, whether I shouldn't have grabbed it or not. Divination is a fine blue card here. The Vastwood Hydra is pretty sweet. It's not the Mythic Hydra, but this could make me want to jump over into green. I don't really want another Capuchin Knight. Chandra's Outrage is the best card, but I'm not looking to get into another one. And maybe what I do is start, getting some of the fixing that green has and move there. Overall, pretty weak card for my colors here. Maybe I just need another do-nothing 5-drop. Now I have Siege Mastodon. Man, this is hard. Only because there's just no good options. Could go Mana Swift Sliver and try to go 3 colors, which is absolutely a horrible strategy. Never do that. Now I'm just going to take the Hydra here in the event that this draft is kind of peculiar and I do end up going green, just because I'm not really passing up any card that I care much about. I want creatures at this point. I need a hedge on that. Divination I do love, but I need creatures. Shimmering Grotto, kind of a thing, considering I might want to go 3 colors. How much do I really care about that? This is really bad fixing because it pays 2 for a colorless to get the color you need. But I could get this Lay of the Land, possibly get some more Elvish Mystics. Well, I need creatures. I know I'm blue. I don't want to pick a Coral Morphoke this early. I want them flyers, but such is life. I don't know. You know what? Let's go spicy. This is a Swiss. I'm going to pick up some of this fixing and start going multiple colors here. So we're going to take Shimmering Grotto over Lay of the Land, because I think I'm going to get Lay of the Land back, and then we'll start looking for like Elvish Mystic and such. Yep. There we go. It's on. There's Leyland. Oh, but here's Messenger Drake. That's actually one of the on-color flyers that I was looking for in blue. I would love a Leyland, but I'm pretty sure I'm going to get a Lay of the Land. A lot of good red being passed. Here's another Brindlebore. Don't need it. Let's bring back those Brindlebores that we saw earlier. Yeah, claustrophobia. And cool. Another claustrophobia. Do I really want another claustrophobia? Surprisingly, no I don't. I'm going to take Griffin Sentinel over it. A little bit more on track of what I want to do. Just because, again, I need creatures. Particularly flying creatures. Ooh, Dawnstrike Paladin I'll take. No, I'll take Nephalia Sea Skite. Sorry, Nephalia Sea Skite, that was right. It's a flyer, evasion. Dawnstrike Paladin I do like, but it's a 5-drop. I already have 2 5-drops. I need this 4-drop. Sweet. Okay, maybe we aren't going green. Kinda depends. Kinda depends. But we're keeping our options open. What did I pick over Shimmering Grotto? Coral Merfolk. So I could have had another 2-drop at this point. Just something to think about. Do I want a Zephyr Charge? No thanks. We'll take Disperse. My first Disperse, which is actually pretty playable and very good. I just need creatures to fill out my 5 removal spells, but when there's lacking creatures, I will take Disperse. Yeah, looks like the green plan did not shake out too well. What an interesting draft. So, Illusionary Armor can get one of my guys big, but I'm not a fan of it. Hive Stirrings, I could grab just because I need creatures here. Frost Breath is probably the best card in my colors, since it does do a tempo swing, but I need more creatures. And unfortunately, you know, we're going to kind of go big here. We're low on creatures. We need some power level. I'm going to take Illusionary Armor, give it a try. This is kind of the sort of tournament where you want to try it out anyway. Auramancer will actually be pretty good in my deck, considering I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 enchantments. So should someone remove one of my enchantments, Auramancer will do fine. I would actually like a Pillarfield Ox at this point, start slowing up the ground. Here's what tabled. I could take another 2-drop or this 5-drop 2/5. Now that we have 2 5-drops, don't really need it. I just need more 2-drops for the early game. Even though Capuchin Knight is not great because it takes so much mana to kind of get there. Alright, so this officially was a bad idea. Maybe going green. But that's kind of what happens when you don't see... Wow, and this even tabled. So we'll take Coral Morpho, which I would have had earlier if I had picked the Shimmering Grotto. Maybe that was my plan all along. Yeah, I'm happy to do that over Hive Stirrings and the Foil Striking Sliver, because we're not doing the Sliver thing. We have a 2/2 Vigilance guy. That's basically it. So happy to have that 2-drop. Starting to fill out the curve. Curious about this Illusionary Armor. I'm wondering if that Claustrophobia tables. It does not. Here we're just going to cut a 2/3. Best card in the pack. Creatures without flying. Yeah, we don't care about that. I think I'm going to take Soul Mender here. I'm not playing Sensory Deprivation. I don't need it. This is, if I'm short playables, then I have it. And Armored Cancrix I end up getting anyway. And we'll hide the staff. Alright, so I'm not super optimistic. Not a lot of blue I saw besides all these claustrophobias. I was really hoping to get more of those flyers, and it looks like someone or multiple people at the table are aware that flyers are good things. Luckily, with all my removal, I should be okay, but I don't really have any way to beat down and win at this point. I have a Messenger Drake and an Nephalia Sea Kite. So unless someone jumped out of blue, I'm kind of looking in dire straits here to be able to close out a game. Because really what my deck wants to be doing is a little bit more aggressive. I'm very happy to take this Nephalia Sea Skite again over the Dawnstrike Paladin. I might even get another one of those later. Each creature, yeah, that's not a playable rare. Just Mist in a Dream at 7 does absolutely nothing. Don't really care about time. Mastered version, I'm not aggressive enough. I don't have enough consistency to care about, really. I'm super happy they're taking this and playing a Sea Kite. Wondering if White will be open enough to come back. With Corrupt really being the only other cool card here. Pretty weak pack in general. But very stoked to get another one of my flyers on board. I can't believe I passed up a Claustrophobia. I mean, it makes sense. It was the 6th of them. Here we're going to take another Sentinel Sliver over the 5th Claustrophobia. I'll probably get another one in the draft anyway. So many Claustrophobias. But again, just needing creatures, and a 2/2 Vigilant Guy is exactly the kind of creature I want early on. Get rid of the Soul Mender, maybe get rid of a Capuchin Knight. Who knows? Singer Vampire, you're so pretty. I wish I could have you. This is kind of what I need in my deck, something powerful to kind of close out the game. Looking like that's not going to happen. Looking like I'm going to have to rely heavily on my enchantments, and maybe a couple of flyers and this illusionary armor to kind of get me there. Opportunity, though, should help with that quite a bit. Alright, power level? Well, I'll take another Sentinel Sliver. At this point, I am kind of filled up on 2 drops. I can start getting rid of the Capuchin Knight and the Soul Mender, and I really just need to pray that a little more blue flyers come through. There's definitely nothing here that I want to be splashing for. That's for sure. So we're doing the unofficial White Sliver deck? Is that what's happening? How do I win? I may not be losing in battles with all the removal. I still can't believe I've passed 2 Claustrophobias. I never thought I'd see the day, but I've just got enough Claustrophobias at this point. Ooh, Seacoast Drake or Opportunity. Just needing flyers, but it's a 1/3. I already have 2 1/3s and plenty of 2 drops. Yeah, I think I'm gonna take Opportunity again. It's just too good. Yeah. Thorncast Sliver, though, that's a pretty good card. With my 3 Sentinel Slivers, maybe it's worth splashing? No, that ship sailed long, long ago. And again, with an Opportunity in the pack, I'm down. So here's the current deck at 14 creatures. Would love to pick up a more powerful flying piece. Maybe get rid of some of these Capuchin Knights to fill out the curve at 2 or at 3 and 4 with some stronger creatures, or get rid of get a stronger 5-drop to get rid of this armored Cancrix, which is just in my deck strictly worse than my Siege Mastodon, being for the same casting cost but 2/5 instead of a 3/5. Okay, do I want a Divination or a Painted Heed? Pretty sure Divination. I think my deck is going to need to win by kind of stalling up the ground, playing my removal spells, and then outdrawing my opponent. Best cards here are Giant Spider and Ring Flesh. Not in my colors, don't really care, but yeah, we'll just take Divination. Not be happy, but certainly playable. Maybe get rid of one of these Capuchin Knights and then play Divination, or again, cut one of the 5-drops. We'll see. Or this Illusionary Armor, which I'm kind of barely holding on to. What an interesting draft. So, I clearly value Claustrophobia higher than other people in this pod. And maybe people just see it as an enchantment and therefore they just stay away from it because a certain player was like, oh, enchantment, that's bad, that's horrible, whatever. Because seeing so many Claustrophobias in that late really led me to think that blue was open, but as I pointed out earlier, none of the flyers came through from blue. So I'm never going to gain 4 more life, so that's going to do nothing. I think I'm just going to round out a Pillarfield Ox here. Oh wow. Looks like green and black, specifically black, was super open. Cancel's fine, but I don't need it since my deck's kind of rounded out. I'd rather just add another 4-drop and get rid of one of the Capuchin Knights, just to sort of help the deck out along. But yeah, green and black were definitely the colors to go in this draft. Anything that hoses me here? I think Dragon Hatchling gets in the air and can get there. I don't really care if anyone's playing these uncommons. So yeah, and Merfolk Spy sure is going to be good to gets me in terms of the island walk, but go ahead, ping me away one for one. We're just going to get rid of the hatchling. Ooh, wow. So really late cards. Gosh, I wish I could just take these 3 cards and just finish the draft off. Griffin Sentinel, since I already have 2 of, I'm not going to take the 3rd one. I'm actually going to take Dawnstrike Paladin. It has just that little bit extra bit of beef in the 5-drop slot that I want it to replace my Armored Cantrix with. It's kind of the card I was looking for. Though I would definitely be perfectly fine at this stage in the game getting another Griffin Sentinel or Auramancer, considering I already have a bunch of auras. And right away, I wish that I had taken the Griffin Sentinel, only because now we got this other 5-drop. But that's fine. I don't need a Time Ebb. I'm not looking to do the tempo swing. I'm looking just to do the removal swing, having 5 premium removal spells in my deck. Yeah, we'll take up another Disperse, even though it's pretty much not going to be played unless there's a lot of tokens, which I don't think will ever happen. Here, we'll get rid of 9 Zombie. Someone could play it. And wow, another 2-drop. I think that makes us for sure that we're getting rid of the Capuchin Knights. I'm just not a fan of dumping mana into those guys. If I'm playing against a bunch of X1s to where a 1/1 first striker matters, I might bring it in. Yeah, it looks like I am pinging away with my 1/1 flyers and possibly just smashing an illusionary armor on them. Not how I prefer to win, but hey, we'll get there. Good news is, I think we have a lot of tools in this deck to work with. A little underpowered on the actual creature side to finish out a game, but I think with the large amount of removal spells and the card draw that I'll be playing into, should be able to get on board a couple of flyers here or there and kind of play this kind of control-y flying game. Yeah, I like that. So give me 2 seconds, I'll bring you back for deck building in just a minute. Okay, so here's the initial build of the deck. You'll see on our creature curve here, we're at 15 creatures. Here we have 3 Sentinel Silvers, a Seacoast Drake, and then a Coral Merfolk, and then our other cards here. I've pulled out both Capuchin Knights, though I'm considering bringing in a Capuchin Knight over Coral Merfolk. They're pretty much comparable, so that's one consideration I have. Down here we have our 5 removal spells, kind of 6 if you count Auramancer, because really Auramancer is going to be this kind of a card that just sort of hangs out in my hand until if I need to bring back a removal spell. At least I'm hoping that's what it does. I'd really like to not have to cast it without, you know, having played some removal beforehand. I think the card I'm going to pull out is Divination, actually, because I don't want to go down less on creatures. And my only options is to bring in some really bad 2-drops or another 5-drop. And having 4 5-drops, I'm pretty okay with. Like, I don't really want an Armored Cantrix. There's even an argument that Siege Mastodon would be the last card I pull out, just for curve considerations. But really, I think Divination is the card that's just redundant. I have 2 opportunities, which I'd rather have than Divination. Yeah, they're higher casting costs, but we're looking to go that late game, kind of make some early trades, gum up anything that my opponent might be doing, take out any of the big dudes with my enchantments, and then draw into some of our late game cards that we need. So yeah, I think I prefer this build. The main thing I'm keeping an eye out for is if for some reason Pay No Heed or Disperse, I feel they're going to be strong cards, though I don't think they are going to be. If I feel like it's slow enough where maybe a Divination matters more than, like, say, another 2-drop, I can pull out the Coral Merfolk and bring Divination on board just for more card draw, because that's never bad. Or, again, if I feel like Capuchin Knight's going to be stronger than Coral Merfolk. Those are the things I'm thinking about with my sideboard. And I think we have a pretty basic land split. We're going to go 9-8 blue. There's actually a bit more white, especially in the creature spell area, but because I want to be able to have Claustrophobia early, I mean, really my curve's looking like this. Play a 2-drop, probably Claustrophobia something, have another Claustrophobia for later. I really want to make sure I have more blue than white. Unfortunately, I can't hedge the 10-7 because I do have a double, I have 2 double white spells in Dawnstrike Paladin. But 9-8 should get us there pretty handily. And we'll see you in round 1 for the pre-release. Ooh, so excited.